Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, once said, "If you're born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, that is your mistake." We envy the lives of the rich and the famous, and some of us even go to the extent of trying to fit into their gigantic shoes. But before acting rich, take a page from a millionaire's saving secret and turn your finances around. Number 10. They use cash. When you go to the mall and you find something that you like, what mode of payment do you use? Do you pay with cash or whip out your credit card and swipe without thinking? Well, I can tell you this for free. If you choose the latter, you have the opposite of a millionaire mindset. This is because millionaires do not use their cards unless it's absolutely necessary to do so. A millionaire knows that if they swipe a card for a $200 item, they end up spending more in fees and other charges. That is why they will not waste their money by swiping a card. They use cash unless they're making a significant purchase. You can use cash when you go shopping to avoid paying more for what you're buying. For example, using a MasterCard can cost you $1.34 in processing fees. If you swipe your card in 3 stores, you pay a total of $4.02 in processing charges. Using cash costs you nothing on top of the price of your purchase. Adopt a millionaire mindset, and your spending habits will change. Number 9. They delay the purchase. A millionaire can afford anything they want, but that doesn't mean that they close their eyes and pick without thinking. Regardless of whether the item is expensive or not, they take time to think about whether they need it before they make the purchase. That's why most millionaires buy things they need because they have given it a lot of thought before parting with the money. For example, a millionaire may want to buy the latest iPhone, but before he can do that, he delays that purchase for at least 24 hours to think about whether he must make that purchase and how it will benefit him in the long run. While you're burying yourself in debt trying to live up to your friends' lifestyles, a millionaire is holding off on an expensive purchase to give it some thought so that he can make the right decisions on how to spend his money. Number 8. They have no spend days. Have you ever made a decision to not spend a dime for at least one day besides making essential purchases? You would think millionaires wouldn't think twice about spending money no matter what it's for, right? Wrong. Millionaires practice a spending freeze where they decide not to spend any money unless they are paying for an essential need. A spending freeze is a decision made by you not to spend money outside of the essential needs such as food, transport, rent, and others. This allows you to save money and adopt a millionaire mindset. For example, if you drink a $5 Starbucks coffee every morning for 6 days a week, freezing that purchase would save you $30 in a week. This means that you would save $120 in a month. You can save a lot of money if you decide not to buy things you don't need for a certain period and put that money into savings. You would be amazed at how much money you spend without even realizing it. Number 7. They have frugal lifestyles. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world and a billionaire investor with a current net worth of $101 billion, still lives in a modest home he bought back in 1958 for $31,500. While his money can feed a whole nation and leave with some good change, Mr. Buffett doesn't feel the need to live extravagantly. If you want to live like Warren Buffett, one thing to consider is less pricey apartments. Instead of paying a mortgage for the rest of your life, you can start saving money and pay for a modest house that you can afford without going into debt. For example, most mortgage payments have a repayment period of 30 years. This means that if you get your mortgage at 30 years old, you'll be 60 by the time you finish paying it. Living the life you can afford allows you to have the money left over for saving, which can help you in a time of need. It also alleviates worry when you have money put aside, and living in a modest house that you can afford ensures that you'll always have a roof over your head and money in your bank. Number 6. They differentiate a need and a want. People who put more value in their wants crave instant gratification, which ultimately causes them to spend money without thinking. They forego saving to satisfy their immediate cravings, such as palatial homes, muscle cars, flashy jewelry, or overpriced smart electronics. They incur debts trying to live celebrity lifestyles, but what it does is make them poorer. A millionaire understands a need versus want, and does not rush to flash his cash on something he does not need. For example, Mark Zuckerberg has a $30,000 car because it is safe and convenient, in his words. If you think the Facebook guru is worth a few million, you are mistaken. As of 2021, Mark Zuckerberg is worth a whopping $130.6 billion, and you would think he would be sporting Aston Martin cars, Ferraris, Rolls-Royces, and other cars that the rest of the world only dreams of. Which car do you drive with your $100,000 annual income? Number 5. They have more than one income stream. When Warren Buffett said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you're asleep, you will work until the day you die," he wasn't wrong. One income stream is not enough to make you a multi-thousandaire, leave alone being a millionaire. For you to have any kind of financial success, you need to have more income streams that are bringing in passive income. You will never find a millionaire with one stream of income. Some even have 7 income streams. And if you're wondering how they track their money, they let their money work for them by employing people to handle their finances. Looking for a side hustle can help you supplement your income, and automating your savings from your multiple income streams can get you from the bottom to the top of the financial ladder. It takes discipline, commitment, and adopting a frugal mindset. Like one quote said, "Rich people plan for 3 generations. Poor people plan for Saturday night." If that quote is not enough to get you thinking about getting out of the financial rut you're in, we don't know what is. Number 4, they invest. When saving your money allows you to have something put aside for a rainy day, earning an interest of 0.04% isn't that attractive when you can earn 25 times more by investing your money. Millionaires know that by investing, they triple their earnings, which they reinvest to get more money. Many people are afraid of taking a risk of investing their money in case they lose it. They do not think about the rewards like millionaires do. They worry about the risks, which hinders them from leaving their comfort zone. Not taking a risk is a poor man's mindset, which can never help you grow financially. You can invest in high-yield accounts and get good returns. Number 3, they don't have credit card debt. A lot of low-income and middle-income earners have more than one credit card. This causes them to rack up debt, which takes a long time to pay, causing them to pay high interest and late charges if they fall back on payment. Millionaires, on the other hand, don't keep many cards. Most of them have just one credit card, which they don't use unless it's necessary. Thus, they don't have credit card debt because they know how expensive it can get in interest and fees. To steer clear of credit card debt, leave your credit card at home when you go shopping and pay for your purchases using cash only. This helps you avoid overspending, which saves you money and helps you from going into debt. For example, if you're at the mall, you may be tempted to buy a $300 pair of shoes. Then you remember that you only have $150 in your pocket. Without a credit card, you can't purchase because your money is not enough. You haven't made an impulse buy, nor have you incurred credit card debt. How excellent! Number 2, they automate savings. Millionaires don't have time to make manual transactions because they know time is money, and time wasted is not recovered. They also know that the best bet is to automate the savings so that they know for sure that their money is going to the right place, to make the right investments for them. For example, Ryan Stewman, a best-selling author of Elevator to the Top, used to make automatic payments of $25 a week when he was younger, but he now automates $1,000 a week and says he doesn't miss it because he can't see it. Automating your savings can make a huge difference in your savings because money is being deducted automatically from your account to your savings, which means you never get to see or touch it, which makes saving easier. You learn to budget for the rest of your money knowing that there's a certain amount safely tucked away into your savings account. This makes you rest easy and alleviates stress, which helps you become more productive in your areas of expertise. Before we get into number 1, make sure to check out the links in the description for our best recommendations to boost your savings. Number 1, they don't do emotional spending. Just because millionaires don't do emotional spending does not mean that they are never happy or overjoyed when something positive happens in their lives. They are just meaningful with their purchases and don't see the need to go buy a 4K TV because they have come into a windfall. That is not to say that they don't spend at all. Millionaires spend money on things that bring them joy, while poor people spend money because they have a joyful emotion. Emotional spending can cause you more financial pain in the long run because when you're emotional, you spend money to comfort yourself. When the object of comfort loses its shine, you are back to being the sad little you. This causes you to want to spend more money to get the feeling of comfort again, which causes you to overspend. Learning how to curb your emotional spending can help you save money and keep your house free of clutter. Instead of spending when you're feeling emotional, you can engage in other productive activities, such as cleaning your house from top to bottom, working out, or taking a walk in the park, just to clear your mind. It helps your mind to stay engaged and allows you to save money. Make sure to check out the next video. You're going to get a ton of value from this one. See you there.